Kabanata 24, Motive. Maybe I was just overreacting. Iyon ang naisip ko habang nagdadrive paalis sa VHRV. Ni hindi pa uwing bahay ang tinahak kong daan. I didn't want to go home. I know what will happen if I did, so I'd rather just drive anywhere else. Kaya lang nakakapagod at nakakapanghina ang dami ng bumabagabag sa isipan ko. Nakaliko na ako sa basement parking nang naisip na pwede naman siguro akong pumunta sa isang hotel. Tutal at wala rin namang sapat na kakailanganin sa kondo ko. May aircon, bed, dining table, kitchen at built-in cabinets, pero wala akong pagkain doon. It would be better then to stay in a hotel with all the amenities. I sighed. Sana pala pinadesenyo ko na lang agad ito nang hindi na ako mahirapan pa. Yumuko ako pagkatapos magparking. Nasa loob pa ako ng sasakyan at hawak pa ang manibela. It hurt but I should endure it. This is the corporate world. Heather Riego and Blakely were right. I didn't have the proper credentials to comment on their work. Nag-angat ako ng tingin. Ayos lang sana kung alam ko na iyon nga lang ang dahilan noon. I grew up trusting people and then failing. At dahil sa mga experiences na ganoon, mabilis na akong magduda. Hera Riego pointed out my lack of credentials to defend Blakely's subtle insults. This isn't the first time I felt that she dislikes me. I sighed and decided to just go out of my car and rest in my condo. Lumabas ako at natigilan nang nakita kung sino ang katabi ko sa parking lot. Erez is leaning on his car door, nakahalukip-kip at madilim ang tingin sa akin. Erez? I couldn't hide my shock. Mabilis kong pinalis ang tirang luha. Umiiyak ako kanina habang nagdadrive. Umalis ka kaagad sa opisina, hindi mo na ako hinintay. Mabuti na lang naabutan kita. Akala ko may meeting pa kayo. Sabi ko at nag-iwas ng tingin. Sinarado ko ang sasakyan ko at dumiretso na sa elevator. Sinundan niya ako roon. Tahimik ako sa elevator at diretso ang tingin. Ayaw ko magsalita. Ayaw ko rin namang ipaalam sa kanya ang mga naiisip. It's embarrassing. He had been in this business for years and he'd probably looked down on many sensitivity. Normal naman talaga iyon. Talagang masyado lang akong sensitibo. Lumabas ako ng elevator at sumunod siya. Hindi ko alam anong sasabihin ko pa sa kanya. Tahimik lang naman siya at kanina'y panay ang sulyap. Ngayon, nakasunod lang. I should stop this. Nabuksan ko na ang pintuan nang nilingon ko siya. Hindi pa kompleto ang kondo. Nagsisimula pa lang ako sa sasabihin ko, may kung ano na sa titig niya, as if he knows I'm bullshitting even before I start to. Nakakahiya, dito lang naman ako kakain at magpapadeliver na lang kaya naghanap pa ako ng idadagdag pero wala nang salita. He nodded. I'll call for the delivery. What food do you want? We'll eat our dinner together. Walang sofa, kaya... You have a dining table and chairs. I'll sit there. Sabi na nga bang hindi epektibo iyon? May pag-aalinlangan kong binuksan ang pintuan. I opened the lights and the air conditioned. Dire-diretso naman ako sa living area, dala ang duffel bag. May damit doon na dala ko na dati at nakalagay lang sa opisina. Dinala ko iyon ngayon dahil naisip na rin naman ito kanina bago ako umalis. I pulled out a chair for Erez. Nang nakalapit siya, ay sinulyapan niya lang iyon at tumitig ulit sa akin. I'll just wash up. Sabi ko, iniisip ang mahapdi kong mga mata at ang tuyong luha sa muka. He nodded and sat on the chair I pulled out. Dumiretso na ako sa kwarto. Nilapag ko ang duffel bags sa built-in cabinet at naupo muna saglit sa bagong kama. Pumikit ako ng mariin at tinabunan ng palad ang mukha. I know I wanted to be alone. All my life, I'd like to be alone when I have problems. Hindi ko inasahan na sa puntong ito, mas gusto ko nga na makasama siya kaysa sa mapag-isa. Matagal bago ako kumilos at nagpa siya na maligo. 2 klase ng damit sa duffel bag ko ang dala. Pang-yoga at ang pamalit ko sana. Kung dito nga ako matutulog, bukas ko na susuotin iyong pamalit. That's why I wear my gym clothes instead. Tulala ako habang nakaupo sa kama. Iniisip pa rin ang mga nangyari sa araw na iyon at sa mga nakaraang araw pa. I was startled when I heard a knock. Melanie, I heard Erez. Yes? There was a long pause. May I come in? Okay. Medyo nagpanik ako at napatayo galing sa kama. Inayos ko ang buhok ko na kinalimutan ko saglit dahil sa dami ng iniisip. Nakatingin ako sa salamin ng built-in dresser at natanaw kong pumasok na siya at nakatayo na ngayon hindi kalayuan sa kama. May gusto ka bang kainin? Magpapahatid ako. His eyes drifted on my clothes. Nilingon ko siya at anumang pilit niya na tumingin sa mukha ko, napapadpad pa rin ang mga mata niya sa suot ko. Kinabahan ako. Pakiramdam ko, tatanungin niya na ako kung bakit ganito ang suot ko. I didn't want to tell him that I'm planning to sleep here. Naupo ako sa kama at nagpatuloy sa pagsusuklay ng buhok. I brought my blower too in the hopes that a shower will be installed in my office. Tinabi ko muna iyon habang nagsusuklay ako. The bed sank when he sat beside me. Napakurap-kurap ako at napabaling sa kanya pero bago ko siya tuluyang natingnan, pumalupot na ang braso niya sa baywang ko. His head rested on my shoulder and he kissed it lightly. I'm sorry, he whispered. I swallowed hard. Tears formed in my eyes. I wanted to speak and tell him that it's okay, but I know my voice will give it away. Manginginig ang labi ko, unang salita pa lang at alam kong hindi niya patatakasin ang mga luha ko. I talked to them a bit after the meeting. Don't worry about it. Dapat di mo na ginawa yun. Bumigay na ang boses ko. Tumigil muna ako at hinayaang pakalmahin ang sarili ko kahit ang hirap-hirap. Mas lalo lang humigpit ang yakap niya dahil sa narinig. Hindi na ako nagsalita. We stayed there silent. He remained hugging me until the tears subsided. Nagbuntong hininga ako. It's the corporate world. Things like that happen all the time. No, it doesn't. I sighed. You're just being too nice because it's me. Inangat niya ang tingin niya. Kunot ang noo at nakanguso siya habang tinitingnan ako. Your girlfriend is also good. Rina's idea isn't very pleasing to the eyes. Yes, but it's just practical kaya ginagamit din namin sa kumpanya. What girlfriend? Madilim pa rin ang tingin niya at para bang iyon lang ang narinig. Si Blakely. He looked at me with a ridiculous gaze. Para bang hindi siya makapaniwala sa kalokohang sinasabi ko. Ikaw ang girlfriend ko, Relanie. Ako naman ngayon ang hindi makapaniwala sa sinabi niya. Bahagya akong umatras kahit pa hindi naman ako makakalayo sa yakap niya. Are you kidding me? Nanligaw ka ba? Sabay tingin sa paligid para ipakitang wala akong napapansin na kahit ano. Ba't di ko alam? Hindi mo sinabi at hindi ko napansin. Gusto kong matawa. Nakanguso siya pero may multo ng ngiti sa labi. And you claim to have sharp eyes when it comes to the people who like you? Well, maybe I know that you like me, but I didn't know that you're my boyfriend. You didn't? You brought that bag at Greenbelt because I was your boyfriend. Giit niya. Hindi ko alam kung sinasakyan lang ang iritasyon ko at pinipi ko na naman ako. You were just pretending to be my boyfriend so I could go in. No, I wasn't. I was serious. You confessed your ardent love for me and I felt the same. So I was then your boyfriend. Muntik na akong masamid sa tawa. My ardent love for him? He kissed my cheek and my ears. Muntik na akong napapikit sa rahan ng halik at sa pangihina ko dahil sa ginawa niya. His hand covered mine. Pinagsalikop niya ang aming mga daliri. Ares Visarius, alam kong habulin ka ng mga babae pero sinasabi ko sa'yo, hindi ganoon iyon. It doesn't work that way. Maniligaw tapos maghihintay ka pa na sasagutin kita. Hindi pwedeng dahil gusto kita at gusto mo ako, mag-boyfriend at girlfriend na agad tayo. He sighed and his lips protruded more. Then, fine, I'll court you. Umiling ako, hindi makapaniwala na ganon ang iniisip niya. Tumitig lang siya sa akin kaya napatingin ulit ako. Nagtaas naman siya ng kilay kaya kumunot ang noo ko. What? You said I'll wait. I'm waiting now for your answer. Umiling ako. Hindi ulit makapaniwala na ganito ang iniisip niya. I know he probably had experience. Nasisiguro ko rin na alam niya ang paraan ng paniligaw at na hindi naman agad ibinibigay ang sagot. Talagang atat lang siya sa sagot kaya ganito siya ngayon. I can't believe him. I watch his sleepy eyes. He's trying his best to look at me in the eyes but he can't stop gazing at my lips. I smiled and shook my head again. What? He whispered, then he noticed my smile. Naghihintay talaga siya sa isasagot ko. Minamadali pa. He licked his lower lips and his eyes dropped again on my smile. His lips parted, parang gutom na gutom at nakatingin sa pagkain. Ngumiti ulit ako at lumapit sa kanya. Hinawakan ko ang kanyang panga at marahan siyang hinalikan sa labi. He closed his eyes for a while and opened it when the kiss was over. He smirked.
I'll take that as a yes.
He pulled me closer, para bang kahit na magkadikit na kami, hindi iyon sapat sa kanya. He crouched lower and his kisses became more aggressive. Sa kagustuhan niyang mapalapit palalo sa akin, hinawakan niya ako. His hand grazed a part of my boob. I shivered immediately when I felt his finger. Mabilis niya naman iyong tinanggal at natigilan sa halik namin. Feverish and still thrilled of his touch, matagal bago ko naidilat ang namumungay kong mga mata. He was watching me, amused and curious of my reaction to his touch. Embarrassed, I looked down. I couldn't look at him straight. Bagay kayo ni Blakely. Bagay din siya sa kumpanya nyo. Paborito pa siya ng mama mo. He smirked.
Don't worry about my mom. Are you jealous of Blakely?
Hindi ako nakasagot. He chuckled when our eyes met.
You look so cute when you're jealous and pouting, like a little angry devil with short horns and a pitchfork. Come here.
He pulled me. Reluctant because of his words, I pouted more at him. Hindi ako nagsasalos, no? Nagtaas siya ng kilay at marahan akong inangat at tuluyan ng pinaupo sa gitna ng hita niya. He kissed my nape and I almost closed my eyes at the feel of it. It tickles and it's making me so weak.
Really, Relanie? We've been at this for years and you keep on saying that.
Bumagsak ang tingin ko sa kamay niyang nasa dibdib ko na. My eyelids were very heavy when I saw him teasing my boob alternately. Parang hindi sapat iyon. Parang naiinis pa ako na hindi kami naghahalikan kahit pakiramdam ko, halikan ko man siya, hindi mapapawi ang nararamdaman ko ngayon. Mas lalo lang lumala ang nararamdaman ko nang pag-angat ko ng tingin ay natanaw ko ang reflection namin sa salamin ng dresser. It looked so hot how I squirmed and shivered on him. He was large behind me, owning and possessing every corner of my body. Kitang-kita ko ang bakat ng dibdib ko sa sports bra na suot ko. It only worsened when he chose to touch the swelling spot, his index fingers in circles on it. Kasi hindi naman talaga. Bakit ako magsiselos pa? Alam ko naman na baliw ka sa akin. I said drunkenly, trying hard to maintain my level head and this conversation. He opened his eyes. Kitang-kita ko ang ngisi niya sa salamin.
We both wish you have that confidence and trust for me. But then, I'll miss the crybaby angry and jealous devil. So, no. I like you the way you are. No need to pretend that you aren't jealous.
I groaned and tried my best to twist so I could kiss him. He licked his lower lips and looked down on my body before lifting me again. Pinaharap niya na ako ngayon. My legs were on the bed and my throbbing spot right in front of him. Nararamdaman ang pagdiin sa katawan niya. Hinalikan niya ako. Nagtagal na ang tunog lang ng labi niya ang naririnig at mga hingal ko. Every time his kisses reached my neck, I would groan and want more of it.
Why are you wearing this?
He inquired even at a time like this. Wala akong ibang damit. Dala ko yan galing sa opisina. Gusto ko pa sanang mag-explain tungkol sa shower kaso naiirita na ako sa mga tanong niya. Why can't we just kiss and something?
Doing yoga again in the office? I'll prohibit that sometime.
I rolled my eyes weakly. He halted kissing me and stopped touching me. Namumungay ang mga mata ko kaya hindi ko siya kayang masimangutan. I don't turn you on enough, ha? Bigo kong sinabi sabay yuko. Kumunot ang noo niya at muling naglaro ang ngiti sa labi.
What are you talking about?
Uminit ang pisngi ko at mas lalo lang nasaktan. Hindi niya pa alam kung bakit iyon ang tanong ko. I tried to get up but he pulled me.
No, baby. What's wrong?
Natili ako sa kanya at hindi na makatingin dahil sa pagtatampo. I'm throbbing so bad. I am a virgin and I have no experience with boys except for some kissing with Lucas, but there's always a voice in my head. Ngayon lang ako nawala sa katinoan. Blanko ang utak at walang ibang maisip kundi ang makakapagpapawi sa nararamdaman. He chuckled.
We need to stop a bit.
You're not turned on by my body. My voice full of frustration and insecurity. Natahimik si Ares para bang hindi siya makapaniwala sa sinabi ko.
Of course, you make me so horny.
Kinuha niya ang kamay ko at iginiya sa umbok na kanina ko pa nararamdaman sa gitna namin. I am very inexperienced, I realize, because I never thought that the painful poking on my sex was his. It was the reason why I'm throbbing. It was unintentionally rubbing mine and I can't help but feel so turned on. Startled at his action and the evil grin he has, mabilis kong binawi ang kamay ko sa kanya. Namimilog ang mga mata ko. Pervert! I shouted at him.
You were sad because you think I am not horny enough to make love to you, and now you have that reaction?
Nagiinit ang pisngi ko at katawan. Hindi ko siya matingnan sa kahihiyan.
Okay, it's probably best that you sit somewhere else or I'll come from this position.
Mas lalo lang uminit ang pisngi ko. I looked down at his huge member. It looks like his fly would burst open any moment. Tinapik niya ang tabi niya pero hindi ako umalis doon. I think I was going really crazy, but I wanted to do it. I swallowed hard and I shook my head.
Baby,
he called to try and convince me to just sit beside him. Ayoko, I said grimly.
But if you remain here, I'll be too horny.
I'm horny too, I croaked. Binalot kami bigla ng katahimikan. Matagal bago siya gumalaw at tuluyang niyakap ako at hinalikan ulit. This time, his kisses were more aggressive and hungry. I was so crazy that all I think about is him and his touch. Na kung paano ko siya maangkin at mga paraan para ako lang ang maging babae niya. Nababaliw na nga yata ako. I thought of marrying him to seal this. I thought of owning him and possessing him so bad.
Let me see if you are,
he whispered darkly. His hand crawled on my gray cotton leggings and even from there, I felt how soaked I was. At nagtagal ang tingin niya nang naramdaman iyon. It worsened when he wiggled his fingers on it, trying to feel the wetness against the cloth, and also teasing me. Hindi na nagtagal, wala na akong ibang marinig kundi ang mga halinghing ko. I was moaning like a mad woman being possessed by him. It wasn't long when I felt my insides convulsed into a major quake. Napayakap ako ng mahigpit sa kanya at wala nang ibang inisip kundi ang nangyayari sa katawan ko.
Fuck, damn it.
I heard him curse a little on my ear as I hugged him tightly. Para bang siya lang ang lifeline ko habang nangyayari iyon sa akin at kailangan ko siya. Ares, I think Hindi ko matuloy-tuloy. He groaned. Pagkatapos ng ilang sandali, nang kumalma ako ay mabilis niya akong inihiga. Mainit pa ang katawan sa nangyari at medyo nahiya na hindi man lang niya ako nahubaran, narating ko na ang sukdulan. I couldn't look at him straight. He freed my boobs first. Kinagat ko ang labi ko at naintindihan ang gusto niyang mangyari. His face was dark, like he was consumed by something. Parang naputol na ang lidid niya at hindi niya palalagpasin ito. Tinulungan ko siya sa paghuhubad sa sports bra ko. Habang nilalapag naman iyon sa tabi, siya na ang mabilis na nagbaba sa leggings ko. Uminit ang pisngi ko nang natanaw ang bahaging basa roon. Gusto kong magtabo ng mukha pero inunahan ako ni Ares sa halik. I wanted so bad for him to remove his dress shirt that my fingers frantically reached for each button while we were kissing. Hinubad niya ang damit pang itaas at saglit akong namangha sa katawan niya. Thoughts of marrying him surfaced again. I watched him with greedy eyes as abruptly remove his belt. Parang gusto kong maiyak at magmakaawa na pakasalan niya na ako. I don't understand why I was feeling that way, but I was just. When he freed himself and then plunged in on me for a kiss, I was lost. He sucked on my lips as his other hand reached in between my folds. At kung kaninang nababaliw na ako, hindi niya pa man nahahawakan iyon, ngayon parang mahihimatay na ako. He seems angry at my string panties. Isang hatak niya lang at halos hanggang hita lang iyon, ibinalik niya ulit ang kamay sa akin. I was moaning so loud with his every graze, touch and teasing. I was soaking wet. Gusto kong mahiya pero napangunahan na ako ngayon ng sensasyon. He stopped kissing me and he brought his lips on my neck down. Namilog ang mga mata ko nang natanaw ang unti-unting pagdikit ng labi niya sa aking dibdib. He sucked on my nipple hard. He stopped and licked it, then sucked it again. I was on the brink for another convulsion. Abala na ang kamay niya sa paghawak sa dibdib ko. His member kept on rubbing mine, causing me to almost reach the edge. I heard him curse a bit when I shivered. Ares, I said. I grinded on his member, savoring the feel of me rubbing against his huge manhood. Huli na nang naisip ko kung ano ang mangyayari sa akin kung ipinasok niya iyon. I felt the tip of him on my soaking entrance and I can't help but moan loud. But when he slowly entered me more, that's when I realized everything. This hurt. And with that huge, bakit hindi ko naisip kung kakayanin ko ba iyon? Was I too horny to think about it? Kinagat ko ang labi ko at mariing pinikit ang mga mata. Ares kissed my neck, causing me to relax a bit. Hinalikan niya na rin ako sa labi pagkatapos ng ilang sandali at tuluyan muli akong nagpaubaya. I moved a bit, feeling the sensations now, but then I realized he tried it again. Natigil ako sa paghalik sa kanya. Hindi kaya noon ang mag-divert sa attention ko at sa sakit na nararamdaman. He started kissing my neck again because I was beating my lips hard.
Baby,
he whispered huskily. He tried it again gently, but it really hurt.
Do you wanna continue?
Damn it, Ares! Of course, I want to! Iritado kong sigaw sa kanya. He grunted and tried again, this time more fervently. I tried to hide the pain on my face, but it hurt a lot. He was kissing me on my neck and then back on my ear and lips when I started to get the rhythm. At nang sinubukan ko ng gumalaw, he took that as an opportunity to finally fill me to the brim. My loud scream wasn't even a moan. He hugged me tightly and settled in for a few moments. Tears fell on the sides of my eyes. Mabilis kong pinalis ito sa takot na tumigil siya kapag umiyak ako. Nang tiningnan niya ako, namumungay ang mga mata niya at siniil ako ng halik.
I'm still in love with you so much,
he whispered. Still? So, he really was then in love with me. Ilang taon na ang lumipas at niloko ko pa siya. If I were on his shoes, I'd think I'm being fooled again. Bakit minamahal mo na naman? Nagpapaloko ka na naman ba? But I realized I didn't really fool him, and now I will never fool him. Ares, I whispered and moved a bit to show that I am ready. He kissed me sweetly and touched my cheek with the back of his fingers before he started moving. It hurt all right, but all I think about are my feelings for him. Ang dami noon pero isa lang ang nangingibabaw. I thought I liked Lucas then. He was perfect and always kind. He was ideal. I didn't like Ares. He was arrogant, blunt, ruthless, and stoic. He was the opposite. At siguro dahil doon, ayaw kong aminin o isipin man lang na unti-unti na nga akong nagkakagusto sa kanya. I wanted his approval. I wanted his time and his attention. I wanted everything of him. I am greedy and selfish when it comes to him. But then also, if he ever need to be freed, I know I would stop and give him whatever he wanted. Oh my goodness, I am so in love with him too. I felt him pour inside me after a long pounding. He looked at me with sleepy dark eyes full of adoration. It was as if he think I'd disappear, so he did his best to watch me as he pushed himself on and on inside me. Pumipikit-pikit ako ng mariin. It hurt a lot, but I endured it. I wanted him to feel me. I wanted so bad to make him feel pleasured and loved by me. Covered in sheets as he embraced me tightly after that, I groaned and realized what we've done. Bago pa tong bedsheet ko, buti na lang may pamalit ako agad. He kissed my forehead, patuloy ang haplos niya sa buhok ko. How about our food?
What do you want?
I giggled. Iyon lang ang dahilan na pumasok siya kanina at ngayon ko palang yata masasagot iyon ng maayos.
May pamalit ka ba para sa pag-uwi o magpapabili na rin ako?
Nilingon ko siya. He looked so at peace as he watched me. I smiled shyly. Baka, dito na lang muna ako magpapalipas ng gabi. Natigilan siya. He stopped caressing me too. I thought he won't agree and tell me to go home. I know I'd follow him if he says that.
Dito na rin ako matutulog kung ganoon.
Ha? May trabaho pa tayo bukas. Paano ang damit mo?
Ipapakuha ko na lang. How about you? Do you have work clothes for tomorrow?
Well, I have extra dress in my duffel bag. He nodded.
Panties?
Umiling ako. Pumikit siya ng marahan, parang naiirita bigla bago dumilat at tumango.
I'll get someone to buy some of your things too.
I giggled. Okay. We could lay there the whole time and won't care. Kung sana lang pwedeng tigilan ng oras sa pagtakbo, ginawa ko na. The fire he awakens deep within me is like no other. It was like self-discovery, urged and guided by him. I smiled as I watched his dark eyes gaze at me. Nakahiga kami sa kama at ang marahang ilaw lang ang tanging tanglaw. He kissed me softly. I closed my eyes and opened when he withdrew.
I'm sorry if the meeting made you upset.
I smiled. It's okay. Bawing-bawi naman. Bulong ang huli kong sinabi.
Bakit ayaw mong umuwi?
Napakurap-kurap ako at iwas ng tingin. May mga hindi pagkakaintindihan lang kami ni Mami.
About you leaving your house?
I nodded guiltily dahil alam kong naglilihim pa rin ako. Hindi siya nagsalita. It was as if he didn't want to intrude or to force me to tell him all of my problems, kahit pa gustong-gusto niyang malaman iyon. Hinalikan niya lang ulit ako sa labi.
I'll stay with you then.
I groaned and realized something. I wish I had this dressed up instead. Wala tuloy tayong sofa at kung ano-ano pa.
I'll do it. I'll have this dressed up little by little.
I can do it too, so I glared at him. Baka nakakalimutan mo na de Albascape's heiress ako. He smirked and kissed me again. It was the most peaceful night I've known ever since I had these problems. Hindi ko gustong dito siya matulog pero dahil lang iyon sa pag-aalala para sa kanya. We'll work tomorrow. My condo doesn't have the right facilities. And I feel like I'm such a burden. Kung wala ang mga kaisipang iyon, gusto ko ngang manatili siya rito kasama ko. We had dinner when our food was delivered. Dumating na rin ang mga pinamili niya at natanto kong ilalagay na lang sa cabinet doon para may stock na akong damit. I was covered with a comforter while we ate our dinner on our dining table. Siya naman ay naka-boxers. Hindi ko tuloy mapigilang sumulyap at natantong kahit hindi naman gising ay bakat pa rin. His brows shot up and the corners of his mouth stretched when he noticed where my eyes were. I smiled and just continued eating. Kung pwede lang talagang pigilan ang pag-ikot ng oras at ang pagtakbo ng panahon, matagal ko nang ginawa. It was easily my happiest day ever when earlier it wasn't easy. Matagal kaming natulog. Even in the silence and at peace, I didn't want to close my eyes and sleep. Dahil paano kung nananaginip lang ako? Paano kung mawala ang lahat ng ito? Sa mga isinintabi kong takot, binisita ko nang naisip sa araw na iyon. His mom didn't want me for him. She wants Blakely for him. Hindi ko alam ang rason niya at kung tungkol iyon sa panloloko ko kay Ares noon, I would understand. If I had a son like him, I'd probably do worse. I'd drive the girl off just so my son wouldn't know pain. Nagpa-alarm naman kami para sa trabaho kinabukasan. Nakapag-text na ako kay Mami na sa kondo na muna uuwi dahil may aasikasuhin pa. Hindi ko na natingnan kung may reply ba siya, kaya lang nagising kami sa paulit-ulit na doorbell. Umahon si Ares pero ako ang naunang tumayo galing sa kama. This is my condo after all. And whoever is the visitor, it's mine. Lumabas ako ng kwarto. It's still 3 in the morning kaya hindi pa nag-a-alarm. Ares stalked me though. Hinayaan ko siya sa likod ko, antok pa pero nakasunod. I looked at the peephole and saw my mommy and Tito Bernardo outside. What the hell are they doing here? Mabilis kong nilingon si Ares at itinulak palayo roon. Go and hide on my room, sabi ko. Kumunot ang noon niya.
Bakit? Sino ang bisita mo?
It's my mom and Tito Bernardo. Sige na.
I'll greet them.
No, Ares! The horror of my mom knowing that I'm with Ares here made me cold. Ano pa ang may isipan niya na gagawin kong panloloko kay Ares?
Are you ashamed of me?
Tanong niya nang tuluyan ko na siyang naitulak papasok sa kwarto. No, I'm not. Just stay here. We'll talk after, okay? Nakaternong pajama na ako. Isa sa pinabili ni Ares kagabi. Inayos ko ang sarili ko at inamoy pa kung may bakas bang kung ano bago unti-unting bumalik sa pintuan. I opened it a bit. Hindi na muna binuksan ang lock. Ma'am? Ralani! Gulantang na sinabi ni Mami. Nandito ka lang pala talaga. I texted you that I'm sleeping here. Hindi mo po ba na-receive? I half-heartedly opened the door and prayed that they won't stay for long. I receive it, pero syempre iha, nag-aalala kami ni Tito Bernardo mo. I glanced at Tito Bernardo who looked around. Nasa foyer pa lang kami at wala akong balak na tuluyan silang papasukin. Isa pa, may dahilan ako. Wala pa po akong sofa, kaya hindi ko kayo maimbita sa loob. I was just tired from work and our house is far. Dito na lang po ako natulog. Overtime ba ulit? Mommy smiled. It was as if she's happy that VHRV is panicking over their loss. That's why I'm overtiming every night. Hindi niya alam, ayaw ko lang talagang umuwi. Yeah, I answered to stop any more questions. Ma'am, madaling araw. Hindi po ba kayo natulog? Inaantok pa ako at may trabaho pa ako bukas. Yes, I know. Hindi lang ako makatulog dahil sa text mo. I replied and called you but you didn't answer. At bukas naman ay break ko muna. Work has been so busy these days but it's worth it. She had that knowing smile again. Sa ibang pagkakataon, tatanungin ko siya at kakalabanin pero dahil ayaw kong pahabain pa. Ma'am, now you see I'm safe. You should rest now too. Inaantok pa po ako. Yes, I'm sorry. I just want to check on you. I will allow this today since I'm sure it's been so hard for the VHRB employees the past days. But you are not moving out of our house, Iha? I sighed. This is not the time to have this conversation. I'm tired and I have this nagging feeling that Ares isn't very happy. Matutulog pa kaya ulit iyon? He looked offended when I pushed him back our room. Let's just talk about this some other time, Mommy. Sige na po at inaantok na talaga ako. Hindi ko alam paano ko tuluyang nakumbinsi si Mommy. Sunod naman si Tito Bernardo na hindi ko nagaanong pinagtuunan ng pansin. I locked my doors before I went back to my room. Naroon nga si Ares, nakaupo sa kama at mariin ang titig sa akin. It was as if he really waited so he could take it on me. I'm sorry, hindi ko lang talaga...
It's alright,
he said bitterly, but I know he feels otherwise. Naupo ako sa tabi niya. I let my hand rest on his thighs, feeling the carpet of thin hair on it. His eyes dropped on my hand before he glared at me. I'll introduce you to my mom when I'm ready, I said. And well, it's not a secret, so maybe it's okay. The chaos of our company subsides. Matagal bago siya bumuntong hininga at tumango. Tinanggap ni Ares iyon. Wala naman akong ibang hiling kundi ang katapusan ng lahat ng ito. But then again, with Mommy determined to have a seat on the Riago executives and the permanency of the Cortez family in our household, I wonder if it will ever end. Maaga kami ni Ares sa VHRB at sabay kaming pumasok. Napapabaling ng 2 beses ang lahat ng nakakakita sa amin, lalo na dahil kung walang katawagan si Ares, hinahawakan niya ang kamay ko. Ares is busy with his meetings. At dahil may revision si Rina para sa project namin at mukhang maghahanda pa siya dahil ipipresenta niya iyon, na-reschedule ang ibang meetings namin. Sabay pa rin naman kaming nag-dinner sa araw na iyon bago ako umuwi. He said he'll have a meeting tomorrow afternoon at mukhang hindi kami makakapagsabay na kumain. I told him that it's alright. Isa pa, bibisita rin ako sa designer para sa dress ko sa gala. So he decided that we'll meet after the appointment with my designer. Hindi pa rin ako makapaniwala. Buong araw yata akong tulala tuwing naiisip ang nangyari kagabi. I never thought above the sensuality. I will also find deep happiness doing it with him. It felt so intimate. His dark eyes would flash on my mind every now and then and I can't help but smile. Ares,
are you home?
Ako, yes, thank you. Drive safely. Hindi matanggal ang ngiti ko kahit pa nakauwi na ako. Naglaho lang ito nang natanaw ang kambal na parehong nakahalukip-kip. They're here. I didn't slow down. Patuloy ang lakad ko patungo sa kwarto at itinago ang cellphone. Hi, Relanie. Patiuna ni Ate Vicky. Pareho silang nakasimangot at mukhang galit. Tumigil ako para mabati sila. Hello, Ate Vicky and Ate Ava. I'm exhausted, so excuse me. I overheard something from Daddy and Tita Beatrice. Ano naman ba ito? Gustuhin ko mang umalis na, humalakip-kip na lang ako at nilingon ng 2. With the Riago stocks down and your mom acquiring some of their shares, do you think it's a bit greedy to also include our company as your property? I stared blankly at Ate Vicky at inisip kung ano ang narinig nila sa usapan ni Tito Bernardo at Mami. Alam mo, hindi ba? Huwag kang magkunwari. Si Ate Ava. Hindi ako sumagot. Hindi sigurado sa sinasabi nila. Kung tama ang hinala ko, wala naman silang problema dahil ako na mismo ang tatanggi roon. You poisoned our dad's mind. How did you do it? Si Ate Ava ulit. Totoo ba na sa'yo ibibigay ang 40% shares, Relanie? Sagutin mo ako! Medyo naging agresibo na si Ate Vicky. I don't know the whole story, and don't worry, I'm not after that. That's all yours. You can choke on it, I said coolly. How dare you! Do you think what will happen if Kuya Bernard knows about this? He worked so hard for our company and having that big of a share given to you, I don't think he'll let this pass. Hindi na ako nakipagtalo. Hahaba lang ang usapan at nasabi ko na namang hindi ako interesado roon. Kung hindi niya makuha iyon, hindi ko na kasalanan iyon. Lumala ang estado ng VHRV sa sumunod na linggo. It was the news headlines in all stations. I felt bad, lalo na dahil hindi namin napag-uusapan ni Ares iyon. Inisip ko na kung paano siya kakausapin ngayon tungkol doon, lalo na dahil abalang-abala na siya sa mga meetings niya. He'd only rest on my office for a few minutes. Minsan nakayakap pang nakatulog sa balikat ko habang nasa sofa kami. I did my best to do my work seamlessly, lalo na dahil nakikita ko siyang nagtatrabaho ng mabuti at pagod na. There's no recession and it strained the company more because of that decision, ayon sa balita. At galing pa iyon kay Ares na desisyon na huwag magtanggal ng empleyado. Why are you not doing anything? I asked frustratingly after watching some news about it. Walang komento si Visarius Riago at Hera Riago ni hindi sila malapitan ng media. May in-interview na empleyado at sinabing wala namang delay sa sahod. Talagang busy lang sila dahil sa dami na ng trabaho ngayon bumabagsak ang kumpanya. I get summoned to our study almost every day these days. Wala akong masabi kay Mami pero ganun pa man, tuwang-tuwa siya lalo na't bukas ang release ng statement niya tungkol sa proposal niya sa pagbili ng shares sa VHRV. I should ask Ares. Wala na akong pakialam kung magdududa siya at iisipin niyang niloloko ko ulit siya. I want to know what's up. I heard Hades is set to return. I bet for the company, hindi kaya ni Ares Riago na mag-isa iyon, even with the guidance of Visarius. Si Mami, Kuya Bernard is just on the side, watching me like he's waiting for any reaction. Hindi pa nagpapa-interview kahit nakitang-kita na naman na bumabagsak sila. Maybe they are ashamed of failing. Anyway, do you know anything about Hades' comeback, Iha? Sabay baling sa akin. Umiling ako. No, Ma'am.
Really? You're now close with Ares, right?
Singit ni Kuya Bernard.
May nakakita sa inyo palabas sa opisina ng isang designer.
But I don't know anything about Hades. Oh, you're doing your homework, Iha? So, nahuli mo na nga ang loob ni Ares Riago? Sabay ngisi ni Mami. I sighed. Ma'am, I don't have any motive. It's not for you or the company. Then for what? Si Mami na napawi ang ngiti pero agad ding nakabawi. Even when Hades come back, wala na siyang magagawa sa mga stupid decisions ni Ares Riago. Ibebenta na ang shares niya dahil sobrang baba na at kung tutulungan siya ni Hades sa laki ng pera nang nawala sa kumpanya nila, Hades will also sacrifice his own shares to do it. Yumuko ako. Hindi na kayang pakinggan ng lahat ng ito.
So, what is your motive with Ares, Relanie?
Si Kuya Bernard.
I don't think you're teaming up with him. So, what's your purpose? Tignan mo anong kahinaan ng lalaking iyon, Iha.
Si Tito Bernardo. Oo nga anak, ano kaya ang gagawin natin sa kanya? Though this is already perfect since his stupid decisions gave me a seat on their company. That's enough! Sigaw ko. Hindi na nakayanan. Wala kayong makukuha sa akin tungkol kay Ares at ayaw ko sa ginagawa niyo, Mami. We also have a company, so of all people, you must know how it feels to have irrevocable losses. We're in the corporate world and this is business, Iha. You also must know too that it's normal here. If you're weak, you would never thrive for long. So if you think that I'm doing something harsh for the Riagos, then you're wrong. This is the reality and the circle of life in this business. Hindi na nakayanan, nag-walk out na ako sa study at dumiretso sa kwarto. And I know it's only a little time now before I finally decide to pursue a plan that's playing on my head for weeks now.